Grave robbing? Crag hack. Seriously, it's come to this? Grave robbing. To this point, you have picked up the skull helmet, the black shard of the dead knight, the ribcage of power, and now you are looking for the shield of the yawning dead for Sandro, a person so enigmatic that for some reason every single time there is a lie or a misunderstanding, it's always everybody but him. Have you noticed? And you've gone through hell on your hands and knees, you've walked through hot coals, you've slain countless possible innocents, who knows? And for what? For it to all come down to this? Grave robbing? I'm surprised at you, Crag hack. The alarm bells have to be going off in your head, and the fact that they're not makes me very, very sad. Folks, my name is FixFox. Welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 3. This is going to be the final scenario in the Crag hack playthrough. This is going to be Grave Robber. And this has been an excellent campaign. I'm very, very happy for it. I've got zero complaints about it. This will be the final, of course. The finale is generally very, very difficult and tough in these campaigns, and now I'm guessing that this is going to be no different. This will be a medium-sized map. We are going to play as the blue player against one red enemy. Let's put this on impossible difficulty right now, and understand that the scenario description indicates that we must seize the yawning shield of the dead from the Hand of Death necromancy cult. To win the campaign, we are limited to level 25, etc., etc., etc. And we do have the choice between starting off with the barracks with 10 wood, 10 ore, or the equestrian's gloves. I don't know how important these are going to be, but I can tell you right now, the equestrian gloves are maybe my all-time favorite artifact. Don't at me. But I don't make any decisions here. We let the dice roll decide. And the dice indicate to us we are going to roll a 5. And the 5, if you've been following along, means that we are absolutely taking the equestrian's gloves. If anybody ever wonders if I weight my dice, I do not. I don't know how I would do that, but if I did, this might be the one time that I would actually weight my dice. And so the fact that we are getting the equestrian's gloves here, feels pretty sweet. With that being said, folks, let's let Crag hack tell the story from here.
Now that I gave him the Death Knight's sword, Sandro wants me to fight some more necromancers for a shield. More stinking undead to fight. This is not as much fun as I thought. Well, at least this is the last thing I have to find for that puny wizard to get my reward.
I cannot tell what's going on in the little mausoleum there. I'm assuming that it's some zombies eating something. We will have to wait and find out. You have the ribcage. Excellent work, Mr. Hack, Sandro says back in the Wingtail Tavern. Crag hack. You correct the wizard wearily. Now, for the final item I require, Sandro pulls out a map and points to a region. For this task, I have enlisted some former Erathian militia, now mercenaries, to assist you. They have a castle that will be your base of operation. You are going to need their help. For the last item, the Shield of the Yawning Dead is in the hands of the necromancer cult called the Hand of Death. They took the shield from a vampire slayer who had finally met his match when he challenged these liches. Not more undead, you groan. Just think of your rewards at the end of this task and bring me back the shield. Not only will you become a rich man, but once again, you will be doing Erathia a great service, Sandro reminds you. And one last thing. Like the others you have battled, the necromancers will lie to you. Do not listen to them. As you leave the tavern, you think about all the lies you have encountered before on Sandro's tasks. Maybe you should collect your rewards before handing over the last artifact. As you approach the castle Sandro indicated on your map, its captain rides out to greet you. Hello. Sandro has told us of your coming, and we will give you our full cooperation. Good. Tell me what you know of our mission. We ride soon, and I want to know what lies ahead. The mercenary captain nods and tells you about the necromancers to the south. The Hand of Death, as the cult is named, kept quietly to themselves until recently. However, soon after Sandro hired the captain, the necromancers became more restless and started sending the undead north. And that gives us an awful lot of information, actually, because we, as Crag hack, start here in the upper left corner, so I assume that our enemies are going to be more southerly than to the east, With that being said, Crag Hack as a level 20 barbarian does have those equestrian gloves, speciality of offense. We do have the expert earth magic and a couple of nice spells to go along with it, and some other secondary skills. If you've been following us, you kind of know my general Crag Hack strategies. We do have this castle. This is a castle. And it's got the guardhouse, it's got archers, and we can absolutely get the Portal of Glory, and that feels pretty okay to me. Even though we start off with 0 resources, knowing that we can get all the way up to angels and I assume archangels, we're going to have some good opportunities. Maybe one of the best 7th level creatures in the game, maybe top 2. Yeah, at least top 2. But I am noticing here immediately that we cannot get the capital. That's going to be a major problem. And I just realized we also cannot get the tavern, and that's going to feel so very, very bad. These 1 hero maps are always a struggle, and I just hate having to go through that struggle if I really can't find some other tavern somewhere out on the map. This campaign has been full of those instances. With that being said, I see the opportunity to pick up pikemen and a couple of archers. We're going to go and pick up some of this gold that we just found lying around on the ground. That should actually help us get pikemen and such. We do immediately see several ghost dragons, not to mention the dragon wing tabard and the dragon scale shield. 2 excellent artifacts. I think it's going to be quite some time before we go through those ghost dragons. And then this horde of vampires, not too bad. And whoa, wait a second. We are missing a couple of artifacts that will get you the power of the Dragon Father, but this is a pretty good start. That's really good. But you have to defeat the dragons, huh? Interesting. Okay. I do see our sawmill, and this is only lots of skeletons. And you may say, FixVox, you've only got a couple of goblins and a couple of wolf riders, excuse me. What's the likelihood that you fight this fight and win? And quite frankly, with my 30 spell points and my spells, I think the answer is way good odds that we fight and win. Let's fight this just a little bit better though. We're gonna send everybody to the top. I am gonna make sure that I don't completely corral in my 10 goblins here though. I have a really bad habit of adjusting these fights poorly, and so that then when I really want the skeletons to, or excuse me, the goblins to come out and fight, they are in the improper position. I don't see any reason why I ought not to send just a couple of magic arrows down the battlefield, just kind of soften these enemies up. It's really not critically important because this terrain looks really nice. I'm anticipating that at least a couple of these enemies are going to go to the south. So let's let them do that as soon as possible. Yeah, it didn't work out nearly as well as I would have hoped, but it'll be fine. Okay, 1 full round of skips, I think, and then waits from here on out. I am going to use this goblin to take this retaliation here. I just feel like I might as well. Everybody else is going to skip. I'm not worried about good morale or anything like that, but I am waiting on 1 more magic arrow, and I'm going to be waiting to move forward like so. And because the wolves are going to come in, we're also going to prevent a retaliation there. Let's figure this out here. Magic arrow goes there, no problems. Step up to make sure that there's no issues with unexpected skeleton snowballs. And then at this point, it looks like we just have to wait 1 more turn. And we should be able to overwhelm the enemy in due time. Oh, let's have this 1 goblin take this retaliation. It may be unnecessary at this point. It feels like we're going to be fine regardless of how we do this fight, but still. It's worth doing our very, very best. Should I spend the 1 more magic arrow? I don't know when I'm going to get a mage guild or find a magic well. Let's just play this safe. We've saved the bulk of our troops. I don't see any reason to be too concerned. And it's going to be three goblins that goes down. That takes a little bit of extra time, but it saves us so many forces. Yeah, I don't feel bad about taking the time at all. Dragonfly Hive, interesting. A couple of early wyverns can be incredibly useful. And then the ore pit, that's kind of one of our upcoming destinations. This rally flag, since we know that we're probably going to go down to our ore mine, let's grab this rally flag just on our way through and just see if we've been able to pick up enough to grab some new buildings. We have not. Apparently, you got to have wood to make a building. I thought that you could just make a building out of gold, but apparently that is completely and utterly incorrect. I know because the game told me, but we do have plenty of gold for some troops here. Whoops. And even though this is going to bring our morale down just a tiny bit, I'm perfectly fine with this split. Let's see, 4 speed versus 5 speed. I think that you definitely still want the goblins to be your single stacks. And because of the tactics, I don't think we have to worry too much about some alternative options. With 3,600 gold, I would absolutely love to get another hero. It's just not going to happen. Glorious victory here. But once again, let's see if we can fight this fight just a little bit better. I don't know how slim these margins are going to be, and if it turns out that later on a few goblins is the difference between a win and a loss, I'm going to feel really, really sad if we could have saved them and we didn't. So let's just wait on everybody. And shall we spend a couple of spell points here? Oh, because these are skeleton warriors, let's just make sure we take out this bottom stack. And we will let these guys crash against our walls in just one moment here. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay. And so, yeah, we're just going to defend for the rest of this round of combat there. And let's try and pick off this top stack. We do. No problems. Okay. Wolves get into the fight. And with our high offense, we shouldn't have any problems. I am going to take the retaliation here off of this stack of skeletons. I'm going to wait on this goblin here. And I do actually want to take out this stack of skeletons with my archers, if I can possibly do it. Looks like I'm not really going to get the opportunity. I must do something. But even so, at this point, I think I can just end the fight with no problems. Yep, sounds good. 2 goblins. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's pick up the 2 ore instead of the loose resources. That's generally a thought process I have, is that if I get the ore mine today, then it'll get me essentially an extra 2 ore, because I was going to get that ore anyway, and just it just cost me 1 day to pick up that ore. But if I pick up the mine today, then I do get a couple of extra resources that maybe I would not have otherwise had. We do see this alchemist lab. I don't think that's going to be critically important. I know that the monastery costs a little bit of everything, but I mean, until I see a sulfur mine, I just don't think that's going to be the very best thing for me. These wraiths are kind of interesting. This +4 for the Greater Knoll's Flail, that might be enough to really help me take out dragonflies. Every little bit helps there. In the meantime, though, let's pick up some swordsmen. I don't think that lots of vampires is the play. And we got the equestrian gloves, so that gives us a little bit of extra flexibility in my mind as far as what fights we take, when and where, and so on and so forth. So that makes it feel like I have time to go back and then fight these wraiths. They're going to take so many of my spell points. It's not going to be very fun in that regard, but we might as well cast what we have while we can. They're going to be faster than I think every single one of my troops. Are they the same speed as the swordsman? No. Far from it. All my troops are very slow, but they won't take all my spell points. I should get at least 1 shot off with a magic arrow. Down to 12 spell points. Yeah, they just caused me quite a bit of grief there. I think, let's see, this stack is going to go to somewhere over here. So it feels like it's reasonable to say that I might as well leave them alone, because I might be able to reach out and grab them. Let's work on this bottom stack. That's down to 3. Or 4 down to 1. So 3 lost. And unfortunately, I'm just going to have to wait and take some hits here. Should I just clean up this 1 stack to save myself a few spell points? No, I don't think so. Because 4 stacks took, what, 8? It'll save me a couple spell points. I might have just a few left over for a future fight. Let's give it a shot. It might feel like a waste of damage, probably because it is. But it'll be fine. Down to 6. Down to 4. And it will be down to 2. The goblins did a marvelous job. Well done, gentlemen. Well done. Wolves are going to step up. They're going to hack and slash. Hack and slash. They're going to hack and slash their way to a glorious victory for me. And 4 goblins going down. I'm not saying that I'm happy that I lost them, but that was the absolute ideal usage. I met a kindred spirit the other day on stream, and they said something that I say often, and that is, it's the cost of doing business. So that was Mr. Arbiter who said that, and I appreciate that very, very much. A clumsy gnoll has killed himself with his own flail. Knowing your superior skill with the weapon, you confidently remove the spectacular flail from the fallen creature. That's a +4 to our attack. And yeah, when it comes down to losing troops, that's just really the cost of doing business, and that's why we have them. That's especially why we have these first level creatures. The first level creatures, it just makes sense. Hey, your job is not to be the biggest, baddest, toughest guy I ever saw. Your job is to stay alive and do some nifty stuff for me. I don't know if I should go down this road to the south, but we know that there is, lore-wise, necromancers to the south. Since I don't think I really need this at the moment, let's take this road to the north. We are officially in uncharted territory. I have told you in the past, as we find nothing, that if I've played a scenario before or I remember something about the scenario, that I would let you know. As we do see potentially a gold mine here. This is uncharted territory. I loaded up very briefly because I wanted to know what the preamble story would be, but I didn't do more than that. So I knew that this was going to be a castle. I knew that it was going to be Crag hack. Other than that, this is all pretty much news to me. Pack of liches, my word, but it's for a gold mine. If you can get an extra gold mine this early, knowing that we can't get the capital, I mean, that feels pretty good. That feels really good. Monastery is out. That's not happening. I think we might as well just plan on getting the Citadel. And Castle's going to be a little too far away. Maybe. It's day 5, so you got 2 more days. We will have enough gold. Although it would be also nice to get this Griffin Bastion. If we can get just a few more resources. Pack of liches with 4 spell points. Is that a haste? That's not even a haste because we don't have the expert air magic. Tell you what, if we wait 1 more day, then this fight against these liches actually goes easier. Dwarven Treasury, we're going to step on this. We found the Treasury. Do we want to attack? No. We're just stepping here so we can tell that it's guarded by a throng of dwarves. That's interesting because it's dwarves and not battle dwarves. There's no battle dwarves in the stack. It's probably exactly 100. 5 stacks of 20 on the dwarves. We've got archers that can pepper them down. We can run. We can take this fight. It's going to take a little bit of time, but we can do this fight. So it's not going to be pretty, but we can do it. Yeah, not pretty according to the AI. I think we can make this go just a little bit better. So, what's the plan, folks? Let's kill this top left stack as well as we can, knowing that all these dwarves cannot reach us except for this stack right here. Oh, we are on grass, so they're going to be a little bit faster than I had originally anticipated. But otherwise, let's just, well, yeah, they're going to be faster than I had anticipated. Well, we got to do damage at some point. We're going to take a beating here if we're not careful. Is there a spell we should have cast? Well, you only have the 1 stone skin or the shield. Expert shield. Never mind. That changes everything. I forget that we had expert earth magic. Yeah, 1 expert shield. That is lovely. Reducing the damage by, oh, I don't know, half? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea to me. Let's do that. I'm gonna wait on these swordsmen. I'm gonna pull the wolves back, and everybody else is gonna head kind of more or less towards the top. Thankfully, we do get good morale followed by good luck. Let's have these archers start to work on this bottom stack. That's the next closest threat. And these dwarves are now officially surrounded. Easy. Okay. Okay. But yeah, 4 speed versus 3 speed, that's not a small difference there. Unfortunately, we lost the full stack of goblins. That actually was a big bout of morale. The fact that that morale came through means that we can't use those goblins to take the retaliation from any of these other stacks. So that does feel pretty bad. 18 down to 13 on these dwarves here. I feel like these pikemen are going to step up. Let's make a nice little concave structure so the dwarves can't get around them, and then the archers have somewhere to hide. Because they could get 1 more shot off right now, sure, but I think I'd prefer that they had the opportunity to run now, because the pikemen are going to step up. Let's have them step back and get good morale. Sure, why not? With that good morale there, down to 5 of the dwarves, yeah, that went pretty darn well for me. Oh my goodness, what an embarrassment of riches! An embarrassment of riches. Is there any better way of saying that? I think not. Folks, we've got 4 spell power. This is round 3, so there's basically going to be one more round of combat with the shield. There's a part of me that wants to fight, and if we do, then I think that we want to fight this top stack. These dwarves are going to be able to get into the fray at some point. Let's actually have the Griffins sit here so they can do multiple retaliations if necessary. And then swordsmen can maybe step up on top. Let's see, wolves. Wolves are going to get good damage off, so are the pikemen. But let's just get the damage off now. So long as there's good luck going on, I don't feel bad about that at all. Pikemen are going to wait, and it is going to be these Griffins that do their double retaliation. Very nice. And the dwarves actually moved in a direction that it's going to keep these archers safe. Let's step up with the pikemen. Maybe we get good morale. We do not. No problems. And then with 1 hit point left, is it worth it to try and save this Griffin? I don't think so. I think that we want the damage still. 24 hit points still on these swordsmen. Let's take one big swipe down to 14 because we are just about out of our shield. This is, again, the last turn, the last round of combat with the shield on, so we might as well mix it up while we can. And 14 of the pikemen actually took a lot of the aggression there. I'm a little bit surprised. Sometimes the AI just tries to do damage where it can, and it recognizes that it can actually kill a couple of pikemen where maybe they couldn't kill some swordsmen, so it's not a bad decision. It's really not. Just surprising sometimes. I don't want the swordsman to take this retaliation. I'm gonna let the wolves take this retaliation. And we're not gonna die on it was closer than I thought, but I was like, oh, we're not gonna die on the retaliation, no problem. It was close. So if we attack this big stack of 14, then the swordsman should be able to get all the way around, or at least that is my hope. One wolf still stays alive, and we're going to call that a day. This is pretty much where I'd like to end the battle, and we shall. So 5 pikemen, 6 of the goblins, 4 of the wolf riders, and 3 of the griffins. Did that fight go better? I think that fight went better, and that really came down to isolating fights, taking the fights one by one. Nothing you haven't heard from me before, but still, it's always nice when a plan comes together. That additional 5,000 gold actually makes these liches good, but not critically important as a fight. I'm gonna take a step up because I see this water wheel. That's 500 gold today. I don't know if I really want that at the moment, unless there's something right here which I can't see, so I'm going to continue on. Is this an underground? This is going to be a horde of wraiths guarding a subterranean gate, and so let's just continue on our way a tiny bit. We do see lots of vampires. There's 2 ways to get into what I assume is going to be a gem pond. And we're going to pick up this Fountain of Youth. You drink from the fountain's waters and feel young again. Sensing your renewed vigor, your army's morale improves, allowing you to cover additional ground as you head to your next battle. I don't want to fight any of these forces. These are all just going to be a little too hot for me to handle. It's day 5. Let's start to head back, and let's see just how far we get. Remember, we've already purchased. I say that as if you didn't already know. I had to be reminded. FixFox needed to remember. Oh yeah, I have purchased a building today. So, oh yeah, how about that? Fine, sure. Let's pick up the water wheel. It's on the way, more or less. The keeper of the mill announces, "My lord, I've been working very hard to provide you with this gold. Come back next week for more." Yes, sir. With some wyverns, I'm gonna be so scary. Like, I'm gonna be so good. The enemy is not gonna know what hit them. Sandro sends gold to help you in your search. I feel bad that I was even worried about gold at this point. I probably would have changed my strategy if I'd known that. We are going to use that, pick up the Griffin Bastion, and then we are going to stay here tomorrow. I'm going to hope that I can pick up the stables. No, we need way too much wood to make that happen. Maybe we upgrade one of these dwellings, and then we head on. It's going to cost us plenty of our movement points, 1,300. Is it worth it to go out? No, I think that we just wait. I think that we sit on this rally flag, but we sit just outside of it. So tomorrow we pick it up, we pick up the morale, we pick up the luck, we get the extra movement, and we use that to propel us forward and get the bonus morale. So rallying our troops around these flags here, we come back, and we basically wasted 1,800 movement points. That's not too bad. I gotta tell you, this is the first time, because we started out of order, we didn't go for the restoration of Erathia first. We went for the Shadow of Death. I don't really love the look of these Griffins. Base level Griffins, they just look kind of meh to me. I really prefer the look of the Royal Griffins. Is that enough to make me change my best tactical decision-making process and go for Griffins instead of something else? The Crusaders are really nice. I could pick up, what is that, 12 Crusaders? But then again, I also have, it'll be 22, 23 Griffins. In the upcoming fight, one of them is going to be against the Liches. I think that I'm perfectly fine to pick up the upgraded Griffins more than the Crusaders. It feels weird. It sounds wrong to me in my ear because the Crusaders are so good. Like, they're so good. Crusaders are so good. But I think that this is going to be the route that's going to be most effective for me. It's gonna make me feel good. How about that? Otherwise, let's pick up everybody and let's go rock and roll. We are a big, scary force, and nobody should feel comfortable around us. Do we fight the Dragonfly Hive first? If you're going to fight it this week, you better fight it right now. Let's fight it right now. Let's actually just step on it and see how many it's going to be. Can I not click on it? Oh, I can't click on it because the Dwarven Treasury is multiple hexes big, but the Dragonfly Hive is not. Darn. Okay. Yeah, I still like this fight. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me adjust my troops. It doesn't really matter because the dragonflies, they go everywhere, so you can't really stop them. But here, this is going to give me the opportunity to peel off some single Royal Griffins. And you know what? If I wait one more day, again, this is going to cost me 700 movement points. I'm going to go grab this and come back. If I fight the fight tomorrow, I'll get the shield, and that's actually going to be a pretty big difference. And since I'm all the way over here, let's actually split Griffins into 3 stacks. Hold on. There we go. I'm getting my hotkeys mixed up from Heroes 2 to Heroes 3. We're going to take some losses here. We're still going to win, though. I'm not even going to fight this fight. You know exactly how this is going to go. The only sad thing is that we lose the wolf. That poor guy's been with us since the beginning. He was a great friend, and now he's gone, and that's very, very sad. I do want to have these additional troops, though. If I'm going to end up fighting vampires, which I totally am, I know that I'm wasting so much movement. This feels bad to me, too. Don't worry. But this feels like the best thing at the moment. This does give us an extra slot to spread our troops around in. Remember, I do want to have some of my other troops take retaliations. And actually, now that I think about it, because the dragonflies are so fast, it doesn't matter, right? Like, it doesn't matter who takes the retaliation. I can wait with everybody and then kill them with single stacks. These archers are going to take a beating, but yeah, we should be fine. Okay, let's finally fight this fight. 1 in 16. I don't know if I can fight this any better. Let's try, though. Remember, we were going to try and use the shield. At this point, we might just wipe these troops off the battlefield in one go. Yeah, I think actually... Yeah, I don't think it's worth using the shield. Never mind. Let's just fight while we can. Fight where we can. Dragonflies go down. Single stack on the stack of 9. And so then... Well, stack kills here for 6. That should be fine. And then the archers are going to attack without a retaliation. Everybody else is kind of just hanging around. Hanging out. 2 more, 4 more. Archers goes down. Maybe not the best. We saved 1. Couldn't be that bad. But we pick up 6 wyverns. And those 6 wyverns are actually going to be massive for us. Let's go get our gems. If we're going to end up using angels, yeah, we're going to want this gem pond. Not just yesterday, but 3 days ago. We're going to wish that we had that. Marketplace is not that critical for us. In fact, it's just going to stop us from picking up some of these other buildings. Because we've already got as much gold as we can get. Trading later, this might be a mistake when we feel bad and we say to ourselves, oh no, I wish that we had some more trading flexibility. Maybe that's going to happen, but if it does, I'll let you know. In the meantime, let's just do our best what we have. Let's see. My tactics are tacticking. It's not a real word. but I got the spirit anyway. Spirit feels right on that. 12 archers is not really enough to justify the slow to me, although it will keep these creatures at bay. Like, maybe I can separate them a little bit. How do I still not have a destroy undead? That's crazy. Is there no destroy undead in this campaign? That's actually possible. It's actually possible that the map designers saw me coming and they said, you know what Fix Fox likes to do? He likes to kill lots of dead in one go. I'm not going to let him. To which I reply, aw, man. Come on. Come on. Just let me do the thing I want to do. Come on. We can kill here, no problem. 10 of the vampire lords goes down to 3, and then a few revive, and then these swordsmen should just put a wallop of damage on these vampires. 9 go down. We're gonna finish this guy off here. We're gonna make room for our pikemen to come on out and play. Oh, we're gonna lose 1 pikeman that I don't think that we actually needed to lose, but we have now. And I don't feel so bad because these 34 pikemen are going to also get to attack. So 1 and 1, it is what it is. But we do pick up our gems, 1 a day. That's excellent. That's awesome. That's so good. And then it makes me feel like Alchemist Labs and Sulfur Dunes are pretty important. I wonder, though, what's below here? Oh, as we do see the Edge of Dragon Utopia, which is very nifty. I don't know, a horde of wraiths? I'm pretty tough, and I don't have any spell points anyway. But I will be able to get my shield off. So let's go to the Fountain of Youth. And the reason why we should is because our Griffins are 9 speed. I think that makes us faster than the Wraiths. So let's do that. It looks like it's going to be 5 Griffins. Again, let's see if we can do this just a little bit better. 8 speed? Yeah, so we should get to go first. Otherwise, let's just go into a completely defensive position. I need to readjust my turn order a tiny bit. We shall in due time. But yeah, if I'm about to lose all my spell points anyway, I might as well cast a spell that'll be beneficial. And in fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hit start combat. I'm going to cast my shield. We're going to wait 1 turn of combat. And then we're going to defend, attack, defend, and then just go to town. Absolutely go to town. If the archers take a shot, I don't think I really care that much. We're gonna do so much damage. 27 down to 13. Let's kill 1 full stack of the wraiths. The wraiths do take out a couple of the archers. I don't love that, but eh. Was that better or worse? Griffins or archers? A power stack of archers into marksmen is so good. I think that was ultimately a mistake. I should really do a better job of keeping these archers alive. So we'll call that a mistake. But folks, what is this that we see? We see a prison. We can come back to the subterranean gate in just a second. Actually, let me step through just to see. Nothing crazy. Maybe there's something over here. Maybe there's something over here. But let's head immediately to go get a second hero. Vampire Lords, ha! They do not have my respect. They are going to go down so very, very quickly. Mage Guild is necessary, especially since we're out of spell points. An aggressive recruiting campaign by the captain and his fellow mercenaries at the castle yields some results. Pikemen, archers, and griffins. Nice. I'm all for it. It looks like these vampires killed the regular guards and are now eyeing the prisoner. Oh dear. I should have split up my troops just a little bit better. That's fine. We're going to make this work anyway. And in fact, at this point, I kind of don't care if the archers are bait. Do I care? Yeah, I care a little bit. It's still good practice to make sure that they don't end up dead. They just don't take a hit very well at all, so you might as well. They're gonna take the first round of combat. We can't stop it. We don't have any spells. There's nothing to do. Just hit this, defend, 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 and then just get hit in just 1 second. 4 pikemen go down. Vampire Lords take a little bit of damage off of these Royal Griffins. Are we going to kill 1 full stack? No, we kill 5. 1 Royal Griffin is in the wings. And then we might as well just attack straight ahead. 10 down to 3. 10 down to 5. Oh, and that's perfect. Good morale there. Oh, good morale in 2 instances. Oh, embarrassment of riches. Maybe I'm not so sad that the one Wolf Rider went down, just so our morale got better. It's going to be 5 pikemen and 2 of the Royal Griffins goes down in exchange for 30 Vampire Lords, a little bit of experience, and Enroth Prisoner, 520, occupation slash. Oh, occupant is slash. In a dazzling display of daring, you break into the local jail and free the hero imprisoned there, who, in return, pledges loyalty to your cause. And this is actually, I'm remembering this actually. I remember slash, the knight, who's totally not a knight. That's very funny actually. So, as cool as it would be to just, you know, have him be his own awesome guy with his own awesome troops, I'm stealing everything. These are mine. No, I need them. You are a scout. It's your job to get out there and do some fun stuff. It's my job to take the troops and do tons and tons of damage. And oh boy, this is going to help me do lots and lots of damage. Let's see. Cavaliers to the bottom, Royal Griffins kind of to the middle. Swordsmen, I do need to get some upgrades. So let's actually send all these troops back. Crag Hack's going to pick up, looks like it's going to be the gold. And there's actually a hill fort right here. Never mind. I was going to go all the way back to go upgrade troops. I don't think that that's necessary at all anymore. And we do see is that a castle? No, that is a dwelling right there. I thought that was a castle for just 1 second. So we're picking up freebies, ore, wood, campfires, etc. And a horde of crusaders. Well, at least it's well defended. At least it's very well defended. What do we send back to help me take this fight? I think that the pikemen are actually maybe the best thing to send for this fight. They could still take a little bit of a hit. Horde of crusaders, you're talking 50 to 100? 50 to 100, but now we do have a couple of the marksmen. And we got the tactics. The tactics is really going to be the thing for me, I think. We don't have any spell points. I think that we still fight this fight. I would love it if there was any kind of magic well anywhere around here. Let's fight this fight anyway. This might be a bad decision, but I think that we win. 10 to 4, 77, that's a lot. 77, my goodness. And my rule is to try and lose halberdiers and pikemen wherever we can. We're going to send the flyers to the bottom just to maybe, I don't know, take some attention. Maybe the enemies will go for them and then we just fly to our safety. It's possible. No guarantees. I don't know if the enemy crusaders are going to want griffins or wyverns. Well, we'll find out. If they get good morale here, they are going to get all the way down the battlefield. I think I'm just going to risk it. And well, again, with no spells, let's do a full round of skips. Full round. And then I think just a full defend here. Yeah, just a full defend here. We'll take our hits. We'll take our lumps. But we're going to dish it out to down to 5 on those crusaders there. And because I'm anticipating that they're going to come to me, let's defend one more time. Last time it was a wait, this time it's defend. And actually, because of this terrain, this was the best decision I could have made. Because I got 3 stacks to go down to the south. So we're going to fly up to the north in 2 instances. Let's see. Here. And here. And the only problem is that the crusaders are backed into a wall just a tiny bit. I'll take my damage from these crusaders. I'll take my damage. 2 of the pikemen go down. 16 down to 4 of the crusaders. Not a problem. And then let's just wait. These pikemen do need to get out of the way so that the crusaders have a path. So let's just do kind of like a phalanx and we step forward as one unit with a shield wall. And then just go from there. Should we attack? Yes, we should. Yes, we shall. I don't think we're going to lose a wyvern on the retaliation. They are just so tough. Look at that. They are really tough. So we're going to let them continue on there. And then let's use the best of our jousting bonus here with our cavalries. Yeah, the further that you go, the more hexes that you travel, the more damage that you end up doing. I'm probably going to lose at least 1 griffin here. Yes. Yes, indeed. And then we're going to have them attack this bottom stack, giving us the opportunity to continue our rampage. 2 and 2 seems pretty fine for the 77 Crusaders, and more importantly, Now, this treasure chest, no, it was really for the border fort. That's really what we were going for, but we'll take what we can get, always. I just realized, though, I do have, let's see. Is it going to be a problem for me to upgrade champions? Cavalries into champions. Are they cavalries? In Heroes 2, it's cavalries and champions. Here, it's cavaliers. I mess that up. So the cavaliers. Is it going to be difficult to get up to the training grounds and then get their upgraded brethren? I don't think so, actually. I think that should be fairly fine. Gotta get the stable so you can get everything else. This is not going to stop me from picking up the monastery, so let's get the stables now. And let's just upgrade them. Just pikemen, and then everybody into champions. It feels like a pretty good upgrade. We've got the gold from the gold mine. I won't feel too bad about that. How about that? And then let's combine where we can. Yeah, Wyvern Monarchs are... I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. We do see for the first time Septienna. That is our enemy. A terrible enemy, as if we've never seen a terrible enemy before. She is... looks like fairly beefy, but a little bit surprising that she's got the lizard warriors with her. It's not quite what I would have expected from her. Crag hack, remember, is a lost condition. We don't know if we're big and tough. I would love for Slash to actually be the one to explore, but the longer I keep him, the better. I don't need these artifacts. These orcs are nothing to me. And so let's just go here. Guardhouse, get pikemen. Looks like this is a mountain range, so we are not in the face of our enemy here. Multiple pikemen. It's going to be a total of 28. And then there is Bretonia, as we do see a red flag on this guard tower, archer's tower. Yeah, so we're going to fight this fight. From the looks of it, this town has been overrun with undead. Scouts advise caution, and a fair amount of troops backing you up upon entering. That is so scary. The fact that I don't know. The fact that it's not going to let me know. Hey, what am I fighting? I don't know. Is it worth it just to lose Slash? A fair amount of troops? How many troops do you need? Okay, we're gonna, unfortunately, because this is a one-shot playthrough, as best as possible, then we are going to have to leave and come back. And that feels bad, but we're 1 week away. We're 2-3 days away from getting lots and lots of freebies. An extra week's worth of growth, I think, should be enough to take out that town. And if it's not, at least I did my due diligence. At least I tried my best to be smart with what I had. Mercury and sulfur. We saw sulfur. It's up here. Yeah, it's not happening. Monastery's not happening. Let's just start upgrading barracks and the likes. Sandro sends more gold. That's just going to give us the opportunity to pick up some more attack skill. Yeah, attack skill. And I'm guessing that since there's crystal here, that there's probably more crystal over there. It's day 7. I think I can have Slash bring troops to the front. Since I've kind of gone in this direction, yeah. He'll just pick up these freebies. The only sad thing about him doing that is that then Crag Hack's not going to get the stables. But I did see a stable over there on the adventure map. So the one from my hometown, I'd love for Crag Hack to get it. But if we got stuff to do, we better do the stuff while we can. Skeletons want to run. Are we going to let them? No. 660 extra experience, plus the caverns. Crystal caverns, that is. And let's take out wraiths as well. Glorious victory. We probably have 0 spell points. Hey, we got 3 left. That's not too bad. Another gold mine. Wow. 1, 2, 3 gold mines. This is going to be a very resource-rich map, I think. Rather than go down here, I'm going to stay above ground. That's probably Slash's next main objective, is to get underground and figure out what's going on down there. A message arrives from the Hand of Death. We know you have been sent by an acquaintance of ours, and what it is you seek. Be warned that the Shield of the Yawning Dead is our relic. It has been a part of our graveyard for many years. We have mobilized to stop you and will do so at all costs. More lies, you think, as you tear up the scroll, but still doubts remain. Is Sandro the one who cannot be trusted? There's that barbarian intellect and know-how that I have come to rely on. I'm very glad that Crag Hack is doing me proud and he's just doing me proud. Let's save the 5 marksmen. Yeah, the fact that he's actually finally like, huh, I don't know. This sounds a little bit awkward and weird. Could it be that maybe things are not what they seem? Yes, friend, things are not what they seem. By the way, and I'm so very sorry, if you have never actually played through these campaigns before, if you don't know the story, I've tried really hard not to completely ruin it, but definitely in this scenario, I feel like I've more or less had the gloves come off. I've pretty much just been like, well, at this point, you should kind of know what's going on. At the very least, you should understand that if you've been here through the gem campaign, at least you should know that, hey, we're collecting artifacts for this Sandro character, and we have to question why. We just have to question why. We're so close to Alexandretta, it's going to be worth the time, I think, to just go back. I know I talked about having Slash do a little bit of a resupply for me. I think that the stables for 6 days worth is absolutely going to be worth that. We are just a little bit short on the ore. We're going to grab that today. It's going to be a full resupply with the monastery coming up this week, and then hopefully the cavalries after that. Let's purchase everybody, send them on down, or we go up, either way. And these Wyvern Monarchs, I mean, hey, they're an 11-speed creature. We're still happy to have them in the army. Since we're right here, I didn't really think about this, but should we fight this fight against these several ghost dragons? Which is better, this or these? I think we can actually pick up the +2/+2 from the Dragon Wing Tabard. The spell power and knowledge would actually be kind of a big deal. Like, actually kind of a big deal. And then if we take this fight, then we definitely take that fight. What I really need, though, is I really want full spell points for that fight. I do have enough for a shield. That goes a long way. Ghost Dragons are still going to get to go first. Huh. Well, if I grab my sulfur, I come back. That gives Slash some time to go underground and figure out what's down there. And then I should be able to get back to this castle barely tomorrow. And then we will, yeah, and then we'll just take it from there. No losses here. Yeah, we'll definitely be able to reach with all this movement points, because right now, after we picked up the stables there, we got 2,300 movement points. Heck, I might even have time to go all the way up here to the water wheel. We're not going to risk it. Wow, never mind. 2,300 movement points just does not go as far as it once did. 300 remaining. Wow. Huh. Very surprising, actually. We're going to pick up crystal, gold. I missed the campfire somehow. Dwarven Treasury, I don't know how much that's going to factor into our plans. We're going to wait and see on that. It's probably about time for the marketplace, but then again, wood is the concern here. So let's just skip. And with full movement points, and with full mana, Ghost Dragons, I'm knocking at your door. The time is now. If you didn't want me to fight you, you shouldn't have had such tasty, tasty, tasty artifacts. Let's fight this fight. And it looks like it's not even going to be close. With 7 Ghost Dragons, I'm glad that I didn't wait. Sometimes I totally underestimate my strength. I have to remember, look, this is the final scenario. Crag Hack is a beast. He has 29 attack and 19 defense. In previous scenarios, it was like a little bit rough because, well, we didn't really have enough, oh, what do you call it? We didn't really have enough, ouch. We didn't really have enough of our defense. We were still vulnerable. We had some vulnerabilities. Now, though, not a problem. And so we're just not going to worry about it. The fact that we just took that fight and it cost us exactly, what, 20-something pikemen? Yeah, I don't feel bad at all. Oh, it's that old armorer again. He claims that he owes us a favor and we take him up on it, and he pieces together some dragon scales and forms a well-fashioned shield. +3 attack, +3 defense, and then the Dragon Wing Tabard. ridding the countryside of the hideous dragon who made a sport of eating noblemen's knights. You are honored with the dragon wing tabard. I truly am. The spell power is nice, and the knowledge. That whole thing is just so good. There's no reason not to use this rally flag again and again and again. I'm gonna just lose the one Griffin. That feels fine to me. 72 vampires. That's actually quite a bit. I don't know what the likelihood of us using expert wisdom is. It's the final scenario. Let's just go for the luck. This might be our last chance to get it, though. And it's not even for like the next scenario. I think that in future campaigns where Crag Hack is featured, I think that someone told me that that the secondary skills are re-rolled. So really, this is an investment, hoping that there's a 5th level mage guild in one of our necromancer enemy castles. That's the hope, anyway. You enter a rickety hut and talk to the magician who lives there. He tells you of places near and far which may aid you in your journeys. Oh no. There she blows. So you're gonna have to get to the shipyard, you're gonna have to go through a quest guard, you're gonna have to go through a green keymaster's tent. At least there's favorable winds. That's good. They make you sail faster. It's kind of like roads, but for water. Huh. Okay. Alright, well, we found out a lot of stuff. Let's just see if there's anything extra. There's something. There's something. We already picked up our rally flag. And 24 of the halberdiers goes down. No, I can do better, because we're going to do the same thing that we did before. And if we cover up the halberdiers like so, then I think that the ghost dragons really are going to want to fight the pikemen more than anybody, which will of course be to their detriment. So let's just see. That feels nice. Yeah, that feels nice. That feels good. That feels okay. That feels great. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Yeah, 4 pikemen. This is good. And we're gonna even pick up the spell scroll. Maybe it's nice. Maybe it's bad. Who knows? Actually, let's be real. When was the last time you ever saw a spell scroll that was bad? Answer: never. Oh no. As we pick up 1,000 gold, is this an underground way under the river? I'm guessing it is. Oh no. We do find the spell scroll town portal. Interesting. And because we've got the expert slow, or rather the expert earth magic, I mean, we got to go do adventure map spells, but we can go to any friendly town. Wow, we have a lot to do here. And here's how I mean. As we pick up the dragon scale armor and the dragon bones greaves and trade out here, I think I'd rather have the 3 and 3 than just the 4. 4 defense versus 3 attack and 3 defense. Yeah, I think I'll take the split. We're going to cast immediately the View Earth. I guess we should have cast this before, but I'm looking for castles. This doesn't actually tell you castles, I think. I think you need air magic or View Air to make that happen. This is interesting because it's Cloud of Darkness. I'm wondering if there's a castle down there. There's a road here, so there's got to be a castle here, got to be a castle here, because look at the road, look at the terrain. Any other roads? No roads over here. But if we can press our advantage... Oh, it looks like it's going to have to be through these underground structures. If we can get over and take one of these castles, then we can always just come back whenever we want to. Oh, here's another one right there. Yeah. And so, really, looks like we're going to have to go under, through, and we might as well clear out this before the enemy gets it. That needs to be our heading. It looks like that this is all mountainous terrain, and so it's going to be a battle of who can control the underground better. And the hope is that it's me. The fear is that it's them. Portal of Glory. It's a week 3 Portal of Glory. On impossible difficulty, that feels okay. Really, that feels... that's fine. That's totally fine. Is it going to be worth it to go to the Hill Fort or just upgrade them solo? Because I think the Hill Fort costs, like, not double, but extra. I think it costs extra. I don't really want to find out. For now, though, do we take the Angel? No, because we're out of gold. That's the best reason not to. In fact, that's the only reason not to. Truly. And then do we go north or south? I think that we got to go up. We got to go north because I'm hoping that I find an underground or a lith, a subterranean gate over on this side of the river. Because again, I'd rather go to where there's a dragon Utopia more than anything else. Let's pick up the 2,000 gold. Experience is just not that critical at this juncture. And then we do see Bretonia. Oh no, it's a monolith one-way exit. So we're going to fight this fight, but a monolith one-way exit is lazy. Let me tell you, a monolith one-way exit, in Fix Fox's opinion, is lazy. And how do I mean? Whenever I see that, it makes me think that the map designer didn't know how to make a genuinely interesting map without some, like, mechanics that feel like cheating. There, I said it. It feels bad. In fact, it's one of my biggest complaints and my biggest gripes about Heroes 4 is that they rush the development cycle so much that so many of their campaign maps end up relying on the fact that you can't just, you can't go rush the enemy because they have a one-way lith that gives them access to your home. And the fact that that happens more than once no. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. And the fact that it's here in Heroes 3, it's giving me problems. I can already tell you, it's giving me problems. As is getting my tactics right here. My word, that took us way too long. Let's just cast the 5 spell points worth of slow. I'm even going to kill the archers first, because why not? These vampires are not going to be a threat at all. Skip, 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 skip. Down to 14 of the vampire lords. Rest of us defend. One more round of defending. Dead vampires. Let's just wait. And then let's just hit Q, because the battle from here is going to be a win without any losses. 3,600 experience. I'm not glad that we waited. We could have taken that fight before. But this is another opportunity for some extra stuff and a tavern. Really, the tavern is my very favorite thing here. By the way, Shakespeare did say, "To thine own self be true." It's going to be Charnath is going to be the primary undead hero. It's a little scary. There's all these good forces here. It's day 6. We need to head south. Unless there's an enemy here that is just going to pop out and kill us. I'm Crag Hack. I'm looking pretty tough. But if we lose the scenario to somebody that has way more than we can handle, I'm going to be so sad. So we have to be a little bit careful. Cuthbert actually has some pretty good forces on him. He's going to take everybody into the garrison except for these Griffins. The Griffins are going to go south. Magic Well, good to know. I'm going to go pick up these archers. Oh, and there's extra stuff here and the equestrian gloves. Even if somebody does come out of this one-way exit, we have to go here anyway. Voy the Witch, I don't think I really need her. Malcolm, I don't really need either, but he's got at least a couple more troops for defensive purposes. So he's going to go grab these freebies here. Pikeman. Pikeman. And maybe he's going to go to the hill fort for me in just one moment. Overall, not bad. Not bad. Aha! 4,000 extra gold. And Slash is still a good hero. But the fact that this person saw me and then ran makes me think that I at least need to see who it is. Vokial. It's Vokial, and Vokial does have angels, so we need to run. I don't know why he decided not to attack me. There's no way in goodness gracious that he doesn't beat me. He does. He absolutely beats me. But he decided that he had more important things to do. Man, what a flex. Imagine just telling somebody you're not worth it. Ouch. That hurts my heart. We got extra heroes. They're going to head up to this water wheel and such next turn, next round, next week. For now, we're grabbing what we can. And I guess, can we reach here? The Griffins? No, we can't. We're going to have to go in this direction. We're going to pick up the rally flag and head south very, very soon. And let's just hope. Let us hope that our enemies do not get the drop on us. That is the hope. Yeah. Always gold. Always take the gold. And then because this might be my only chance to resupply, actually, Well, let's actually purchase everybody here. We are out of gold. We're so out of gold. And we'll go to the hill fort and just see if we're able to make this happen. Man, how are we so out of gold? We are not getting not the champions, but the cavalries. That's amazing. Slash feels that the odds are overwhelming. Do you wish to retreat? I do. How do I get the chance to retreat? I'm not going to wait and find out. I'm just going to run. I'm going to run, and so that way I can just get away, and I should be able to rehire. I can. I shall. Red has the most powerful forces. Scary. Absolutely terrifying. But really, Slash is going to be my main defender. Even though I do have the town portal spell, it's still going to be the best thing for me to have him do the honors, as it were. Okay, so it looks like it's the exact same cost at the hill fort. Hill forts are really just OP. I knew that hill forts were overpowered, but they are really good if there's no extra cost associated with upgrading troops at them. And from what I'm seeing, that's just kind of the case. Folks, a brief stop at an improbable rural inn yields an exchange of money, tails, and accidentally luggage. We find the magical pair of gloves in our new backpack. That's really, really nice. And do I feel bad about the fact that that's there? No, I don't think so. Some could argue, you could argue, that, you know, do you really need 2 equestrian gloves? Sure, always. Is there ever a bad time to have equestrian gloves? I submit to you the answer is no. What to do? We are so broke. We're so broke. But there is Dwarven Treasuries underground. There's still one over here. We don't know what's under here. We could always town portal to here. Let's pick up this Dwarven Treasury. And then maybe we actually grab this one. Maybe we surprise Vokial. Because I think that we're pretty tough. I think that we're really actually tough. So let's head over in this area. And then if he comes anywhere too close to us, we will get him. And he's going to feel really silly that he made the mistake of tangling with us. No better time than now for a marketplace. I just realized that this town can't really be upgraded. It's mostly just a piggy bank. But let's start getting some gold now. How did he know? I feel like he knew. I feel like he knew. Dwarven Treasury, this should be no losses, no problems. 5,000 gold, though. And then I am going to go back to Alexandretta. Fix Fox, you don't use Town Gate, Town Portal. Meh. You used it right there. I definitely used it right there. Fix Fox, you have any regrets? Nope. Fix Fox, what do you have to say to all your fans that are really disappointed in you? This interview is over. Okay, moving on. We're going to pick up, I don't know. I think because we got all these troops here, we just need to go get that gold mine, and we need to work on building up our other town. So let's do that before we do anything else. Blacksmith, that's going to be one step closer to the city hall. And then rather than walk, because who wants to walk? Let's just head on over to Bretonia. Here, like this. You know what? Actually, I've changed my mind. This is actually really nice because I can use the town portal because I only have 70 spell points anyway. It's really super costly. It's not that big of a deal in this instance. Sometimes you feel really bad. In Heroes 3, is town portal broken? Yes, it is. But not in the way that Heroes 2 is. And here's my justification. Are you ready for this? This is absolutely my justification. In Heroes 2, there's less broken things. In Heroes of Might and Magic 3, everything is broken. And so therefore, if everything is broken, nothing is broken, and therefore I don't feel nearly so bad. I still feel like a little twinge in my heart about, you know, stretching the game's mechanics and taking them to the absolute limits. I do. I feel a little bit bad about that, but not as bad. Oh no, Cuthbert is being attacked by Septienna. We're gonna fight this just to see what we have to deal with. Oh my gosh. Winnable. No, it's not. You're picking up 80 fire elementals every fight? Every round of combat? No, that's crazy. You're crazy. 12 attack, 19 defense? These are still good troops. But you're picking up 80, and you're going to have 129 spell points left, minimum. That's not good. We're going to cast Weakness and then run because I don't think it matters. $80. $80! Then again, we've got like, what, 16 more attack than you? Our defense is close, but not quite. We can pick up the magic well and go into this fight with 70. With 70 spell points. You're going to cast the shield, the slow, the stone skin. Probably in the order of shield, stone skin, slow, because the liches weren't that big and scary. Yeah, we got options. And if it comes down to them just trying to implosion us to death, we do have anti-magic. Boy, I don't know. This feels like an opportunity though. Like if we can beat her right here, like we look good. Like we feel good, we look good, and if she stays alive, she's going to get back up to the full 170 spell points anyway. She's probably going to be at like, what, 134? Let's just like assume that she has mysticism. With these forces? Well, you got to pick up the magic well anyway. Like you have to. And my reasoning for that is that if we pick up the magic well here, we can also get back because we can always town portal away. Let's actually town portal back to Bretonnia. She's gonna come into that fight with full spell points. I can't stop it. It is what it is. Let's let that happen. Let's have everybody else skedoodle. And let's get these angels up to archangels. That's actually going to be a pretty useful upgrade, I do believe. And if we need to, remember, we can always scurry back. We can always run back somewhere else. Which of these troops are most valuable to get upgraded? Probably the swordsman. Oh yeah, definitely. And then you purchase as many of these halberdiers as you can. It's not many, but up to 200. We're going to sit right here, and then tomorrow we're going to upgrade and go, because we're getting how much gold per day? 4,200. Marketplace. We can pick up marketplaces. Well, we can pick up at least one more marketplace anyway. This town's going to go down, I'm almost positive. But that's our turn, and let's see what she does with this. No, she clears out vampires for us. That's actually pretty okay. She's still going to be full on spells, but that actually gives us some breathing room that we just didn't really have before. And now, actually, getting the marketplace feels great, because that should be 2 marketplaces. We can actually trade a little bit. Crystal. What happened to all of our gold? I don't know what happened to all of our gold. But here's the deal, is that she's here now, and she's not going anywhere, right? Monolith one-way exit, she's here. This is her home now. Tomorrow we're going to have enough to upgrade the angels. I think that we just wait one more turn. Go pick up your extra 1,000 gold this week here. And then I'm just going to go south. We saw Vokial go the other way. And I'm very glad I did, because this actually is useful information. Red Keymaster's tent, I needed to know that that was there. I really did. That's a really big deal. Otherwise, I don't care if she goes this way. I don't care if she goes this way. I've got the flexibility with my spell casting. I'm just going to wait. I don't know what she picked up there, but I wish I did now. An aggressive recruiting campaign by the captain and his fellow mercenaries at the castle yields some results. Okay, I'm still fine with that. You know what I just realized? Hold on. Wait a second. Oh, not here. Here. You've got equestrian gloves. Get back here. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. I think that Crag Hack currently has 2,800 movement points. Yeah, 2,800 movement points. If I have 2 equestrian gloves, do they stack? This is a very important question. Do they stack? Looks like no. We're going to give it a day just in case, though. in case so. Okay. And do I trade for the 750 gold? Sure. I don't think I really need crystal that much. Up to... Just go to here. There. And then that way at least I can adjust my army if I want to. I can split stacks and things like that. And then because she's not moving that fast, this is really where my priority is. Is the morale that good? Not necessarily. This is luck. No, this is just morale, so that's not that good either. Let's head back, do the long walk, 4 gems, and we should be able to pick up stables and then head south. We should still have full morale too because we have expert leadership, so. I don't love this particularly. I'm not too fond of this this position I feel like we're in, but... And you just get a runaway for free. That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem good to me at all. Oh, I don't like that at all. No, I don't. Let's see, we still need the stables. It's day 6. We're up to 2,800 movement, so yeah, it looks like they do not stack. Equestrian gloves don't stack. Good to know. But I don't know if I trust anybody but Slash to hold on to that +4 for the defense as well. Stables do stack. We can always come back if we need to. I don't know. Let's just go pick up that red tent. Oh, but there's stuff down here. We don't know what's down here. Maybe it's gold. And there's also a Dwarven treasury down there. That's going to give us some gold on our way down to that other option. So let's do that. And we're just going to wait here. Hope that the enemy doesn't come back with even more troops, because if they do, we're going to feel really, really silly. Scouts report, the Hand of Death has barricaded their castles very effectively. Their cowardice annoys you to no end, but you decide the mission to capture the shield is more important than taking the Necromancer castles. I just had a thought. Folks, we don't actually have to kill all the Necromancers here. And in fact, we can't. We just saw right there. We cannot do that, right? You got to get tents, you've got to get barriers, you got to get whatever obstacles might stand in your way. You got to take care of all these other things. But the goal is not to kill everybody. The goal is to get over here, right? So if the goal is to get over there, let's just go over there. Let's just pick up all of our freebies. Let's get a big enough army that everybody leaves us alone, and let's just stick to our objectives. There's one of my triumphs that is also one of my biggest idiotic moments was in Heroes of Might and Magic 2 Price of Loyalty campaign. And I made a mistake. Critical error. Critical mistake. I tried to defeat everybody, and it's basically impossible. Pretty much it's impossible in Price of Loyalty Scenario 7 to beat everybody. But because I didn't know that, I was able to do so. But all I had to do was just stick to my objectives, and I would have won without all the stress. And I think that that is a lesson then that's going to help me do better in this scenario now. And that lesson is stick to your objectives and win the scenario without dying. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. You have found a goblin weaponsmithy making weapons for use against humans. With a tremendous yell, you and your army descend upon their camp and drive them away. A search finds a magic cart that never runs out of ore. Lovely. And then I don't see the need to go over in this direction just yet. I'm pretty tough. We saw Vokial. We can always get back if we need to, but we saw Vokial, and I do still want to take this before anybody else does. If somebody else visits that Dragon Utopia, they're going to be so much tougher. Oh goodness, they're going to be so much tougher. So let's just not give them the opportunity. Freebies, freebies, freebies. And more. I don't know when the enemy is going to come back through the lith there, but I'm anticipating it's going to be fairly soon. Let's grab what we can here. Oh, I can't even... Oh, I can. Good. I thought for some reason I wouldn't be able to recruit all the creatures. I can. Let's see if somebody comes out. They do not. Wonderful. Everybody's free to upgrade, more or less. And I do actually want to send Malcolm down into this underground here. I'm going to have him go the long way, though. And the reason for that is if somebody pops out of the lith, I don't want him to be in a bad spot. It's his job to stay alive and go scout for me. Yeah. Oh, we never actually moved the equestrian gloves, did we? Somebody has it. Malcolm does. It's fine. But remember, we're not trying to fight. If we have to fight, we will. But we're not trying to fight. And let's get over to the... Whoa, that's the wrong spot. That's not where I thought we were going. Let's go north. I thought that we would come out over here. I guess it makes sense that we didn't. We do see Xi for the first time. Winnable? Possibly. But again, we don't actually want to fight. If you want to fight me, okay, fine. Fight me. But I'm going to try and avoid everybody. Looks like we went the wrong way. We got to go all the way over this direction. Pick up luck. Nomad's tents. We're going to ignore that. And let's just head north. Let's just head north. View Earth spell? Yeah, if I viewed Earth, I could have seen that. Oh, but there's lots of treasure right there. Maybe that's a mistake. We'll come back later. We'll come back. Because gold is still a little bit of a tough thing for me. Part of the reason why this makes a lot of sense. Trying to get gold in the underground. He does want to fight me. You're kidding me. The enemy does flee. Why did you want to fight me? Are you... I guess if this is the first time that the AI has tried to fight me, or like had the opportunity to fight Crag Hack, from here on out, they should adequately know that I have 36 attack, 22 defense. Like, they should just know from here on out how tough I am, and then they can choose to fight me or not, but... Okay. For now, this looks like a very silly fight from them, but I'm guessing that my Archangels are definitely going to get to go first, and because we've got the tactics, I should have actually put the Halberdiers like right here. If we cast the slow once, we should be able to just absolutely bum rush these guys, which is the technical term. Bum rush. Yeah, it's like a hobo, just rushing, and you didn't anticipate that all of a sudden you're shanked and dead. Bum rush. Yep. I think the 88 marksman can maybe kill all the wraiths. I don't think the Black Knights. I mean, that's 800. That's over 1,000 hit points there. Crusaders, I don't think that they can even reach. Crusaders are obligated to fight here. Let's just fight where we can. We do kill all of those wraiths. Maybe we kill a couple of the vampires. 2? I mean, 5. Sure, 5. And then let's just do ranged damage where we can. We kill down to 5. Looking for good morale anywhere? Nope, we don't get it. And then the enemy is definitely going to run, but are they going to cast a devastating spell before they leave? They do. The devastating slow. Oh no, we are in the muck and mire. The muck and mire has reached out, and that looks like something I would do. I love it when the AI looks like it has a sense of humor. I think you saw me cast weakness on some liches earlier and then run immediately after. I'm happy to know that Xi has the same sense of humor. Perfect. Can't go wrong with it. Since we're standing on the idol, we might as well re-engage with it to get the +1 here. You have found an ancient and weathered stone idol. Kissing it is supposed to bring luck or happiness, so you do. The stone is very cold to the touch, and actually, yesterday it was luck, and today it is morale. That's because these idols of fortune, on odd days, they give you luck. On even days, they give you morale, and on day 7, they give you both. So, probably well known to you, but there's lots of little interesting things like that in Heroes that if you don't know about it, it's really fun to find out. It's really fun when all of a sudden you realize, oh my gosh, I didn't know that existed, but I'm very happy that it does. And I find that happens to me all the time. Cuthbert ended up not having to fight at all, which is great. I think that it's not worth it to me to try and sneak these archer towers out from under the enemies. I think we're just going to hope that they don't come through. I hope that they decide to do anything but try and fight me. We're going to pick up this resource silo. Might as well. I had stopped trying to build up this town because I was worried. I was worried that the enemy was going to come through and just take it. It looks like they're giving me some room to run a little bit. Oh no! Long ago, the city was home to dragons and their hoarded wealth, but today the wind whistles through the empty halls. That's not good. That was supposed to be mine. View Earth. That gold is still there, so it didn't cost us that. It looks like there's a little patch up here. We're here. Let's just go exploring real quick. 1,000 gold, that makes this really worth it. Nothing there. Here. And fairy dragons guard something. Good thing I'm tough. As we grab some freebies and more importantly some scouting. Blue tent. Okay, we gotta come back. I think that we already knew that, but we're definitely gonna have to come back. And this is the woman. This is the person that is the reason for all of the hate mail that we get all the time. I don't know. I don't know. View Earth or view air. Doesn't actually tell me where the castles are. Just tells me about artifacts. There's one other artifact here, something over there. Oh. I don't know. We're gonna set up a possible hero chain to write about here, just in case things get really squirrely on us. We're gonna evacuate troops because I don't know if Crag Hack actually needs to press forward without fear. If the enemies take both of these towns, we're actually in trouble, aren't we? If the enemy takes both of these towns, then we have to come back and get them. We have to. Because the other enemy castles, the necromancy castles, are hidden behind liths. That's what the thing indicated to us earlier. So yeah, you have to defend. You have to hold on to what you got here. This is resources and the vial of lifeblood. Pretty interesting there. I don't think we can fight this fight better. Let's just accept these losses. And this vial of lifeblood is super great. We find the mystical shrine hidden among the trees. Floating above the altar is a vial said to contain the blood of life. You very carefully remove it, taking care not to disturb anything else. Plus 2 health to our units. Oh, great. Now I have 252 hit points here on the Archangels. Yeah, doesn't sound like a big deal, does it? Does here, though. The Halberdiers, all of a sudden we go from 10 HP up to 12 each. That's gonna be fine. That'll be really nice. We're gonna grab these freebies for the gold. Borglen, not very useful. I don't know if there's something over here. I'm gonna lose Bretonia. Just can't help it. That was kind of part of the plan. Kind of. And then we're gonna continue to soldier on to the south. Gold! Gems. Oh, harpies. Staying away from them. And then once again, more and more freebies all the time. Let's see if we have to come back. Oh no. Sandra does send more gold to help the search. I think that this enemy can take here, and this enemy can take here. And so because we've decided that we have to defend, I think that we're gonna have to come back. Yeah, I think you must. Upgrading angels. Let's purchase everybody else before we try and get 2 additional archangels. This doesn't feel great, but I think that this is the best thing for me. Let's take a couple of steps out. Is there something over here that I'm about to miss out on? Maybe. Maybe. Let's go back, though. And with 48 spell points remaining, let's also cast the vision spell. 35 of the... She lost attack skill. She lost some good artifacts. She's not their primary hero. I think we're going to fight her today. I think we're absolutely going to fight her today. We're going to take a beating, I'm sure, but I think that this is a worthwhile fight. We are going to be able to pick up these zealots. Let's grab everybody else, actually, first. 96. There goes the angels, and so then we might as well get the monks here. And remember, we are going to have the slow. We have the archangels, so we have 18 speed creatures. We're going to get to go first. So the slow and the tactics together. This is not a great fight because, again, 170 spell points, and we know that she's going to cast Summon Fire Elemental a couple of times at least. I don't care. We have to hold on to this area, and we know that we need to go to the subterranean gate anyway. Let's do this fight. Dang it! No! Okay, I'm better than this. I'm better than this. I'm better than this. My name is Crag Hack. I'm super big. I'm super tough. I'm not going to be stopped. I'm here to win. Do I want to retreat? Heck no. I killed so little. 80 fire elementals per turn. It's going to be pretty tough, but somebody's got to do it. It's a dirty job, but somebody has to do it. So 13 attack, 19 defense, 17 power, 17 knowledge, 36 attack, 23 defense. That has to count for something. That has to count for something. The Vial of Lifeblood actually might end up being huge. Might actually be a thing here. Let's put all of our troops right towards the front. I don't think I care about these guys nearly so much. Gotta tag the Dread Knights with somebody. Somebody's gonna have to jump on them because double damage is just too much to deal with. Skeleton Warriors, Wraiths. This doesn't look good. Do the Halberdiers go straight for that big stack? Possibly. Possibly. It depends on how much the slow works. They're not going to get the first shot off on them, though. It's probably actually going to be the 116 Royal Griffins. They're probably going to have to be the ones to do that. Because of the slow, I think I actually step Marksmen and Zealots up so they can actually do significant damage. I think that this is the strat. Let's do this. So, we slow everybody down. Everybody's going to get to go first. No, Dread Knights are going to get to go before the Marksmen. That's actually kind of a problem. Down to 6 speed, yeah, that's kind of a problem. And these troops that are going to get to go first are not going to be able to kill 23 Dread Knights. There's just no way. Just no way. I do want to make sure that these Power Liches don't get a good shot off. Somebody's got to do this job. Might as well be my Archangels. We take a little bit of damage on the retaliation swing. Not too bad. I still think I want the first shot. We're going to do at least... We're going to do anywhere between 700 to 1400 damage. We're going to kill anywhere between 5 and 9 Dread Knights. Somebody's got to take the retaliation. Somebody's got to do this thing. We killed 8. That's pretty okay. And we actually didn't lose that many Griffins. We lost 11. It's just going to be Fire Elementals. There's just going to be so many Fire Elementals. Maybe a haste? I think I'd actually prefer it if they hasted. That would be just fine for me. Oh. Well, that's embarrassing. I almost wonder if it's worth it to take out the ammo cart. We're going to do 330 damage to it or like 150 damage in skeletons. It's not that good. We can kill, let's see, almost 300, call it 300 damage worth of, oh gosh, 300 damage worth of the Power Liches. Here's the deal. They just went. Dread Knights just went, and you didn't cast a spell. You are mocking me. The double damage was bad, but that still only cost us 24 of the Royal Griffins. I think that we take a big chunk out of your Skeleton Warriors. 400 down to 200. You do the teleport. Interesting. Okay, so the slow is actually massive in this engagement. The slow is a big deal. Crusaders have to wait. Skeletons are going to step up. That's going to put them in range of me. I'm going to get to attack. I don't know about these Halberdiers, though. Zombies, I'm thinking, are going to go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Either way, I should be okay. Griffins down to 68. Well, there goes an angel. Okay, at least we're still going to get to attack. So by waiting, everybody's going to get to do some damage. 202 skeletons, gone. 212 zombies, down to, call it, 75. Not too bad. Not too bad. Archangels are still in the money. I don't know. If I clone, then the enemies are going to have to do something, right? If I clone, the enemies are going to have to attack them somehow. Or they're going to have to haste. They're going to have to use something other than a damaging attack. I think I clone, just so that way the enemy is not going to cast Fire Elemental. Like, I think that that's actually a really good play. I really do. The Archangels... Let's see, somebody's got to kill up here. I could just move the Royal Griffins up. Send the Archangels down. They're going to take a hit in a second anyway. But then that way the ranged creatures are covered up and killed. It's a waste of damage in a lot of ways. I know. But actually, no, it should have been the monks that killed those last two there. That was definitely a mistake. Okay, and the Chain Lightning. I think I'd rather have the chain lightning than 70 fire elementals to deal with, though. And the marksmen are still going to pump out some damage. We gotta put these vampire lords down, though. No retaliation. Halberdiers are going to get into them in just 1 second. We could still do tons of damage to dread knights. Wraiths. We got to account for the wraiths somehow. 30 defense versus 27. Is the extra bonus damage that useful? Given that we have 42 attack, but no offense. No offense. 42 attack, 30 defense. Let's kill Wraiths. Down to 37, not too bad. And then Crusaders. Let's see. Crusaders can kill all the Dread Knights. Let's just have them take out this whole stack. I didn't think you were going to kill the whole stack in the first try. I thought it was going to take you 2 swipes. That feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. And is there any chance I can kill all the zombies here? Is there any chance that she doesn't have ballistics? We're going to try to kill the zombies. We kill all of them. And if we can kill 69, nice, vampires, then we're okay. Otherwise, we're going to have to start killing tons and tons and tons of fire elementals. 69 vampire lords. Is a haste going to be useful, actually? If we haste the marksman, is that going to be enough damage? If we haste the crusaders, we're going to be totally fine. Haste the crusaders, they're going to do so much damage. And in fact, it might even be enough. Let's see, 341 damage here, or you can resurrect a couple of troops. I think it's, I don't know, resurrecting tons of halberdiers. How many did we start off with in this fight? 300? 400? Griffins? We lost a lot of griffins. Let's do a resurrection on the griffins. We raised 7 from the dead. Okay, not that great. We lost... Okay, yeah, all right, fine, sure. But... that should do it. Is that going to do it? 5 vampire lords left. Is that going to do it? Or did we mess ourselves up? We can do 190 damage. Up to 220. There's 200 hit points. There's 190. We got him. Got him. Yeah. Turning losses into victories. Not too bad. This 200 marksman here, by the way, that was the mirror image. So we did lose 68 of the griffins. That's a big loss. It was only 55 of the halberdiers. We almost let our enemy run away from us, which would have been horrendous because the royal griffins... For 7 royal griffins, you would absolutely rather have not had the margins for error be that close. But this worked out. Glorious victory. Big win. Artifacts, Cape of Velocity. That is nice. That is super nice. We're going to drop the Spirit of Oppression as quickly as we can. We're going to take the Advanced Luck. And I am happy with everything that just happened. Oh man, this is tough. This is tough. Cape of Velocity. It's +2 speed on the battlefield. There's lots of different ways to get power and knowledge. I think that that's a no-brainer. There's a part of me that hates to drop my knowledge and power by 2. I think that's still a no-brainer. Cape of Velocity it is. Cape of Velocity, absolutely. Hourglass of Evil, nope. Spirit of Oppression, nope. Mana, Talisman, sure, why not? Okay, with that being said, folks, we have 7 spell points left. Yeah, these guys are not going to be nearly as tough. Wow. Big fight. Mission accomplished. Well done, everybody. And the legend continues. Oh no. And we run away. But we need to get over here anyway. We got the Minotaurs in a blue tent here. Remember, stick to the objectives. The fact that we fought that fight does not mean that we have to pigeonhole ourselves. We don't always have to fight these fights. That one felt like we could not avoid it. And we turned that loss into a victory. It's day 1. There is 4 angels here. We're going to grab them now. We're going to pull them into this army. And I don't really care about anybody else at the moment. Might as well get the Crusaders because, sure, nifty little power stack. Oh, are we this close to trading? I think so. Let's just trade for a couple more of these troops. Okay. And then the rest of this, it's not too bad. Not too bad. I suppose that we should have been smart and picked up our free 1,000 gold here. A couple of extra resources here, but in general, I'm flying high. That feels good. That feels like a really good win. And maybe that's the exact break we need. Maybe that was their toughest hero and I just don't know it. The fact that they had the Cape of Velocity makes me think that maybe that was their toughest hero? Maybe. We need 8,000 gold. Let's get that. Don't have it here, don't have it there. We're trying to run away with our equestrian gloves. We do. What other free resources can we pick up? A little bit here. Already got that. I think that's it. Yeah, there's just not that much to be had. And so, comes down to trading things the old-fashioned way. Because we got marketplaces where we got them. And we don't really need these other resources. Save the gems, but everything else can go. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. It's officially cold where I live now. We had some beautiful weather. Absolutely wonderful. You would not have thought that it was October. And then, here we are. Finally, the weather has caught up to us, and it is cold. And so, I'm imagining that cold and flu season is going to be on the rise very, very quickly for everybody. Just everybody. Me, you, your friends. Everybody. 8 of the marksmen are going to go down. I'm going to accept that. No. And the only reason I'm not is because I think that we can probably kill our enemies in one fell swoop if we do our tactics that we've used in the past. Let's see, though. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. We're going to cast this. Town Portal is 12 spell points. I want to have 12 spell points by the end of this fight, so I can only cast a 4. Yeah, I can only cast this. We're going to do the Stone Skin, and we're just going to do the best we can with what we have. Killing troops here, maybe? Sure, why not? Killing troops here, maybe? Sure, why not? Yeah, okay, there it is. And then I am going to step here, pick up this, and then I'm going to have Cuthbert move so we can get full spell points tomorrow. Just like so. And then we're going to jump into that subterranean gate very, very quickly. Malcolm now has got nothing of value. So he's going to put himself into danger for this gold mine. Slash is going to hang out, though. Cuthbert is going to hang out, though. And the fact that an enemy has not come through the liths just to try and reclaim that gold mine immediately actually feels like they're probably understanding of the situation. They know that things are looking a little bit scary for them after everything that just happened. So that's good. When the enemy looks at the tea leaves, when the enemy feels like I'm too tough to fight to come through those liths, I think that we're in a good spot. These other heroes are just kind of waiting. We don't really have a lot for them to do at the moment. We do see some extra troops come up from the aggressive recruiting campaign. We are going to pick up this Medusa store. Resources are good, no losses, and the gold, even better. And then we are going to see if we can actually pick up this Dragon Utopia. I'm wondering if somebody ever got that or not. If nobody ever got that, we are definitely going to take it. But I'm moving quickly because I don't think that all these heroes are critically important. Is that Vokial? Who is that? Who are you? No problems. Slash is going to be available to support the forces in just a moment there. He might even be able to defeat them with just the wyverns. I'm not going to wait and find out, though. Pikemen. Upgrades. And let's just use these forces to make sure that the enemies don't come above ground. I don't want them to know what I have. 7 of the halberdiers goes down. Very sad. Inexhaustible cart of lumber. Pausing to rest and light a cook fire, you pull wood out of a nearby lumber cart. As you keep pulling wood from the cart, you notice that its cargo doesn't shrink. You realize to your delight that the cart is enchanted, so you do take it along. Wonderful. And we do have the light blue tent. So we've picked up the red tent here. We've picked up the light blue tent here. And, oh, let's have somebody. Cuthbert is going to go step over here so we can see what else we have. There is still a green tent to be had. I'm very scared. I don't know what's left of this scenario, but I got a feeling that there's more than meets the eye. It's got to be. There has to be more than meets the eye, because if I could just run there and pick up the artifact, where would the challenge and fun be in that? So I think that there's gonna be more. Was there, hold on. Did I see a black tent somewhere? I thought I saw, oh, there it is. It's a black border gate. Gotcha. That's not gonna be much of an issue if we can find the thing, but I'm guessing that that's where a castle is hidden behind it, so we can't just take it. And so I'm going to resign myself to the sadness of never knowing as we defeat power liches. Rolling right through this. If an enemy is able to defeat me now, I need to know. I would like to get Malcolm over there to scout just a little bit for me. I'm wondering if there's going to be a cover of darkness, though. There might be a cover of darkness not too far from this area. No, I suppose not. All right, let's do it. Nice! You stand before the dragon Utopia, place off limits to mere humans. If you wish to violate this rule and challenge the dragons to a fight, you better believe I do. These losses, I've got enough archangels. I'm hoping that by the end of this fight, I'll be able to actually resurrect everybody. I think that that's likely. Let's do the one shield, and let's start doing damage. 2 archangels. Let's actually have them attack. Let's see. Damage here versus damage here. 25 attack versus 18 attack with 53 defense. It's not really going to matter. Let's attack up here. 1 black dragon goes down, 39 damage. Yeah, not too big of an issue. 8 of the green dragons down to 4. 16 marksmen. 11 marksmen. And some dead red dragons. Good. Cool. Yeah, we're going to try and resurrect as many of these forces as possible as we get these zealots to attack these black dragons here. And skip it on these marksmen. 7 of the red dragons go all the way down. Down, 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 down. Nobody likes you. Down. And then marksmen are going to just defend. So 57 up to 74. Up to 107. That feels so good. And then let's kill as many of these dragons as we can. We kill all of them. 1 marksman lost. Perfect. Flawless. And expert luck to boot. Folks, this is a very nice pickup. Titan's Gladius. Plus 12 attack, negative 3 defense. Helm of Heavenly Enlightenment. Plus 6 to all of our stats. Sandals of the Saint. Plus 2 to all of our stats. Orb of Inhibition. Prevents all spellcasting in combat. Oh my gosh. That actually might be a big deal. Not to mention 50,000 gold. Wow. That is kind of a big deal. I think that as good of a spellcaster as I am, I think that my might-based stats are so good that nothing else matters. We're going to take out this Talisman of Mana. I don't care. I don't care. So long as I have spell points to cast my town portal, I don't care. So everything else is just going to stay put. And now Septienna or whoever else, they are not going to be a stronger hero than me. That Orb of Inhibition absolutely just won me the game. No questions about it. No questions. So we're going to grab gold. We're not even going to grab this Star Axis. I don't think it matters. Unless it does. In the next scenario, like in the next campaign, your secondary skills get re-rolled, but do your primary stats stay the same? That's an actual question I don't know the answer to. Is there something over here? There's gold. Dragons? Oh yeah, you're dead. You want to run? I'm gonna let the dragons run. Psych. Psych. Can you tell that the Orb of Inhibition has like revitalized me? As you're walking along a narrow path, a nearby bush suddenly bursts into flames. Before your eyes, the flames become the image of a beautiful woman. She holds out a magnificent sword to you. The dragon... What are we missing? What are we missing for the power of the Dragon Father? We're missing the crown. What else are we missing? We're missing the crown. We got the Dragon Bone Greaves, Dragon Wing Tabard, Dragon Scale Shield, Dragon Scale Armor, Red Dragon Flame Tongue. Oh, we still are missing actually a bunch of stuff now that I think about it. because I think that the quiet eye and the still eye of the dragon, yeah, there's actually quite a lot that we're missing. Never mind. I thought that we were maybe getting close to doing something nifty. Whoops. Nope. Everything else stays the same though. Yeah, we're kind of tough. We're kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Let's have Cuthbert be the one to really kind of scout to the south. Red did pick up that red tent. I don't know if that's going to be useful for them or not. Crag hack, I should probably cast the View Earth one more time. Looks like I've got a direction that we can go here. So he is going to head south with his massive army. And if we could find just one town to go back and forth to, I would love to do that with the town portal, just so we can resupply from afar. I do think that we're still tougher than anybody else though. You see, this is what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the fact that I have to consider going back now just to stop him feels bad. I don't like it. It's okay. Here's the truth though. It's challenging once. If every scenario is like that, it's terrible design. If only a few are like that, it's fine. Xi is gonna run. I think I can maybe stop him from running, and he might be the hero that has all of the artifacts from the Dragon Utopia, and if that's the case, we're doing okay. These ghost dragons are going to have to go down. They're going to be very, very fast, even once they're slowed. Our capable velocity is going to do wonders for us, though. Now that we have the +2 speed, we're going to do much better than we ever did before. Oh, we have the Orb of Inhibition. Duh. My bad. Whoops. No slows for you. Okay. Let's do this then. Let's kill where we can, as much as we can. Skeleton warriors, yeah. If we can take out 131 skeleton warriors, I'm feeling okay about my life choices. Now, I think I can still cast spells, like my Resurrects from the angels. I think that they can still cast Resurrect on, like, the marksman. I think. I don't actually know the answer to that. As zealots, just pop a ghost dragon in the face. Oof. Dead. 65 zombies. I don't got time for that. Probably should have killed the archers. Let's see if he runs. He does. So 6 and 1. We're not going to get to find out today. But it's day 4. As we start to head through and Malcolm is going to head south for us, we might get just one more resupply here from Cuthbert. Yeah, with 2 angels and all this other stuff, it's time. Upgraded Portal of Glory, we're going to do that. And then before the new week, we are also going to get some additional forces. We're going to get the champions. But I was mentioning the portals and the one-way monolith exits and how I really do dislike them as part of just general game design. I gotta tell you, we played Heroes 4 the other day on stream, and it was actually a ton of fun. And it was a ton of fun because I'm pretty comfortable playing Heroes 3. I'm really comfortable playing Heroes 2. I felt like a newborn baby deer trying to play Heroes 4. 2 and 3, great. Heroes 4, I was completely out of my element, and that was good. That was really, really good. You might think that, well, that's like, oh, that's not entertaining or exciting. It felt so entertaining. It felt so exciting because I just got to be new again. Generally, when I play these scenarios, like I try and explain my thoughts as I'm going along, and for the most part, I think that I'm on point, and people will agree that, yep, at least your reasoning makes sense, even if you would have disagreed with what I have done. But in Heroes 4, I had no idea what was going on. And so I was just throwing stuff to the wall to see what stuck. Thankfully, I've got a great chat on Twitch that does a great job in making sure that I do good work, that things go well, but it could have gone bad. And I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad that it was just a good time for everybody. We're not going to go out of our way for this. I want to get all the way over to here. Crag hack is officially on a collision course. Jeez. If these forces are not tough enough to beat me, perfect. Then I'm not going to come back. We're going to sit. We're going to go. let them tick up freebie or two, and we're gonna send it right here. Oh, we didn't pick up the training grounds. Whoops. But thankfully, these forces are now small enough that I think that Slash can actually stay behind and be useful as Crag Hack travels far and fast, and wishing he could take Dark Eternal, but completely and utterly unable to do so. On to the next. We do lose Bretonia? No, we do not, which is fine. Green Border Guard. No one told me if you're coming. Oh, that's on the island. We've got to go there in just a second. Black Knights first. And then let's still chase down these foes. Rissa is an absolute nobody. Let's hope nobody pops out of the gate and just does us harm. Wow. Do you think an extra 1,000 gold would have been nice to have had, like, a couple weeks ago? I think so. I think so. Slash feels that the odds are overwhelming. Vokial. Vokial obliterated us. No losses? Hold on. Hold on. You are kidding me, sir. My word. Okay, so we're going to surrender. We're not going to waste the troops here. We're going to cast one parting shot here because sure, why not? We're going to surrender. Do we have the gold for it? We do. And because we have the gold for it, we're going to do that. I don't know. This is a very rough spot. I don't want to go back, but if Vokial goes straight north to my main castle, then I'm sunk, right? Then I'm sunk. Because if I go here, I'm going to clean all this out because there's free gold here. So I take all this, get some freebies. I'm not going to build a ship. I have to go back because otherwise I'd open myself up to him taking my castles and I'm just going to be in a bad spot. And I can't do that. I'm going to have to, just going to have to go back. It's not good map design. It's just annoying. Wow. It's just annoying. All right. Fix Fox, stop complaining. Does complaining do anything? No. Does it make me feel better? No, not really. Yeah, okay. All right. All right. No complaints. But we're still going to head... at least we're going to go get Rissa. That's going to be something. And then, yeah, we're at least going to know that we can come back in just a moment. I'm just going to have to hope that... I mean, Vokial... And then he just... Oh, and then he just pieces out with the town portal. My goodness, it doesn't feel good at all. I am going to split up these troops just in case there's like a little lightning bolt or something. There's not going to be one. Rissa is gone. And at least Crag Hack is now stronger. But because I can't pick up another town and I have to defeat this scenario in 7 days, like I have to defeat this scenario before I lose my towns. Maybe I have enough. Maybe I have enough to keep a defender at home by now. Maybe if I go and upgrade all these troops, maybe I'll have enough here. And then go north. And then we can at least hold out in this castle of Alexandretta. That's really my hope at this point, is that we can just hold on while we head in this direction. I don't know why you're following me, but leave me alone. That's got to be how law officers, it's got to be how cops feel. If you're ever driving down the road and they're trying to get you for speeding, and they're driving like over the speed limit, and you're right behind them, and so even though you're going over the speed limit, hey man, I'm behind you. How are you going to pull me over if you're going faster than the speed limit yourself? I don't think that that's going to stop them from giving you a ticket, but it is at least a thought. We got plenty of gold. That's not an issue. They took our crystal. I wish I knew where the Lith exit was. Or the entrance, rather. Here's the exit. I wish I knew where the entrance was. That could be pretty useful. And I would actually try and scout that area just to find out if I thought I could keep some stuff there. Like, if I could hold on to it. But I think that there's just going to be way too many covers of darkness. And so I don't think it's going to be possible. I'm going to steal these troops real quick. And finally put an end to this gentleman right here. Hoping that an enemy does not pop out of the lith. Looks like no. That's fine. Yeah, enemies coming out of the other underground, that's fine. I can deal with that. What I can't deal with is folks trying to hop out of a lith and just surprise me. It's really the surprise factor that's the problem, because I can't plan for it. Okay. Let's go north this time just to see. I don't know if that's quicker or slower, but we're going to find out. Gotta go here. And it looks like nobody stepped on the shipyard. Nobody's gotten a boat and gotten into the water. We got to get that green tent, though. Got to get the green tent. Oh, one more time. There it is. Okay. I might have messed that up otherwise. Sai is back, but he's just hanging out there. Unfortunately, it's going to take us 2 more turns to get through. Ethric is going to stay. Edric, excuse me. And then on to a new day. I feel like I've gotten all of the help I need in this scenario to win. And this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, I'm fine with that. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. Into the boat. Beware, one of the shipwrights tells you, visibly shaken. I have seen undead suddenly rise up out of nowhere on the island. Crud. You flip him a few coins and thank him for the warning. Great. Whenever that happens, you just have to hope that it's not like 500 bone dragons. Because when it is, what can you do? Oh. Oh, Edric. Let's see if we can actually fight this fight. Yeah, this is way more than we can handle, but let's just see. Any spells coming out? No. All these boars, though. My goodness. There goes one Wyvern Monarch. And all of the centaurs. Let's kill boars. Die. Nomads. 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 And then from what happens here, I don't think I really care too much. Okay, 19 and 5 is the final. And Edric does go down. He didn't have any artifacts, so... Or do you want to attack me? I don't know if he wants to attack me or not. But remember, I know I have to for sure get over here. I gotta go get this green tent. And then I gotta go back because there's an underground over there. Okay, we're just holding on, baby. Could you imagine if the enemy just summoned my boat away from me? That'd be the worst. At least we know the souls of the damned who are buried here rise up and attack. At least we know we can always get off the island because we do have our, whatchamacallit, we have our town portal. Power Liches goes down. They are simply experience. Caretaker of the green tent. Thank you, sir. Death may lie in wait and death may fly, but with passing eons, even death may die. Welcome to Death Head Cemetery. I do want to see what this quest card says. Because if I need to go do something nifty and I just don't know what it is, that's going to be a problem. Okay, we are running very low on time. Oh, they're both here. Can I defeat them? I think I can. I think I can defeat them both. If I go through the swamp... Pathfinding? Pathfinding? No, no pathfinding. If I go through the swamp, I can't reach them. But if I go back right here, right now, I might be able to attack both of them and send them packing. At the very least, they'll have to surrender and give me tons of gold. Can I defeat them both? Yeah, you've got no spells. I'm Crag Hack. Hello? If I buy another boat, can I land here still? It looks like there's going to be enough coast I can still come back later. I've had it where you get locked out of scenarios and you feel just dumb. Because I wouldn't have done that if I thought about it. But I didn't think about it, you know? And then all of a sudden I just can't win the scenario anymore. Orb of Inhibition for the win. Still on? Yes, still on. Should be an easy fight. Yeah, enemy has fled, so all those forces that they had are just gone, which is great. We already picked up our awesome deal as Vokial. Glorious victory. He wants to fight to the bitter end. Let's fight this fight. We already picked up that green tent, so now we can get to the underground next time we go back. And so I don't have any complaints about that either. Remember, no slow, but we do have the cape of velocity, so we're going to be pretty fast. We do want to jump on these power liches, probably with this bottom stack of archangels. I'm going to keep the marksman up here somewhere. 49 Dread Knights is actually a ton. It's actually a lot. Let's step up and just see what fights we can take here. Okay, so it's going to be archangels first. Doesn't matter which one where. Should we just get a good swipe off on these ghost dragons? I don't think that there's any problem with that. Let's just hope that we don't get aged. If we lose half of our hit points, we're going to feel really dumb. Good morale. Nice. What a big pickup that is. And then we do have to step on these power liches. Can't let them get full damage off. 84 down to 82 of the Crusaders. Oh no, whatever will I do? Vampires are going to get to go. And then the Dread Knights. So I can't just sit here to use the terrain against them. I think I'm going to let the Vampire Lords eat a lot of damage from Halberdiers and such. Let's focus on these guys that can do double damage. 49 down to 37. We do eat the curse. Doesn't feel great. And then, oh, you're going to go for the Crusaders. I don't hate that decision, except that it puts them into range of my ranged creatures. So, like, I'm totally fine with it personally, but very interesting. Very interesting choice from the AI here. We're cursed. I think, let's see. It's a waste of damage to kill angels. We're going to kill 31 down to 18 of the Dread Knights. 18 down to 0. How about you just die painfully? I'm not vindictive, I just... Oh, they're the undead. I don't mind if I'm being vindictive at all. And that answers my question. Orb of Inhibition makes it so I cannot use the resurrect ability from the Archangel. So it is truly all spellcasting is nada. It's not a thing. Those Archangels, those 6 Archangels, got the good morale twice. What a nice deal there. I think that these power liches are actually going to do... They're actually going to kill me if I attack here. So let's actually just kill the Wraiths. As the Zealots take a little bit of a beating. Never mind. As the Zealots immediately fire back. And then 40 of the Vampires down to 14 up to 16. Power liches did wait, by the way. They did skip on their turn. Good decision, bad decision. It was a decision. In fact, it was the decision that they made. Wow, our morale is actually stupendous here. Is probably the reason why this ended in a victory instead of just like having the enemy run. I think we're fine. I'm just gonna wait. The Angels hold for one more turn. Can we kill 52 of those Wraiths? We do. And because I can't get into range anyway, let's just kill this first aid tent. Make sure that you've got no recourse. Let's kill that, because what else am I gonna do? And 65, 57 power liches is all. We should get plenty of shots in. Unfortunately, 5 Archangels are not going to get the shot off. Darn. I guess we're just going to have to wait. Yeah, we're just going to wait. Because everybody's blocked off. That ammo card actually did these guys a lot of good. And there it is. Even if the Zealots and that one Archangel had gotten a shot off and gotten double morale, good morale, it wouldn't have been enough. So that is kind of the breaks there. This was a loss. It was a great victory in many ways, but it was a loss in the sense that the enemies did escape. So great map design. Stop complaining. Okay, here we go. So this should actually be the final time, though. Here's the only issue I have. I don't know. I don't know what's underground, but I'm sure I got to go there. We are still looking for a red tent and a blue tent. but I'm sure it's got to be under there. I'm sure we're going to find out very, very quickly what's there. And once we do, life's going to be much better. Oh, let's make our final upgrade. Pull everybody together. Big happy family. And I don't think that the enemy has many more forces left that can actually stop us. That was somebody that just did a town portal. Yeah, somebody just town portaled away from me, but I don't even care. I don't even care about the gold at this point. We're just here to hit skip a couple of times. Whoa, who are you though? Oh, it's Nagash. Oh, okay. That's a little bit of a concern. I just would rather not losing that town if I don't have to. So we're going to grab him in just one moment. This Crag hack makes his way all the way back to the south this time. Great pathfinding. Your hero can have the secondary skill of pathfinding, but if you don't have it, that's a problem. I'm so worried. If he lands and I have nowhere to re-land and I just lose, I'll just be devastated. I'll be devastated. Absolutely devastated. One of those times where you say, what can you do? We're going to accept these losses. That was Vokial who came out. This is Nagash. Easy. Base scare magic. And truly, the AI has lost their thread. Okay, and thankfully they're picking up freebies over there. That's going to give me time to head over in this direction. I don't care about gold. I don't care about resources. Something's got to be up here. What? Oh, and then finally we find a light blue border guard. As you rein up your horse, a guard steps up to you. Welcome, I have received word of your arrival. Do you wish to pass at this time? I sure do. And still we continue. And very interesting, this actually puts us, as somebody follows us, this puts us in a position where we are going to be in the very, very bottom right. We had mentioned that there was this evil fog, and we have found it. We have found it. It has found us. Oh no. I guess we have to defeat Charnath. Seems like there's no other way around it. I'm guessing that she's a really tough hero. Do we have any information? We do not. If I can't beat her here, I'm gonna feel silly. But again, 52 attack, 28 defense. This is one of the few times where I wish I knew what her spell points looked like, because if she's got good spells, then of course you want the Orb of Inhibition. If she doesn't, then you want your own. It's lots of dragons. It's not that tough. It can't be that tough. Yeah, enemy has fled. Let's fight this to make sure that things go even better. But 24 attack, 24 defense. She does have 280 spell points, so we are happy that we let everything go the way we did. But she's got expert tactics, which is very nifty. So with her expert tactics, she's actually going to be a little bit of a force to be reckoned with. We're going to stay out of the way of these ghost dragons for now. We're going to let the Griffins go completely down. It's going to be Crusaders and looks like Halberdiers that deal with them pretty soon. 65 of the Vampire Lords down to 25. And then there's no retaliation from these Ghost Dragons. They're down to 13. They were at 30, now they're at 13. And now they're dead. Oh, there's 2 left. I'm very surprised. I really thought that we had them killed. Nope. Okay. 110 Wraiths. We just killed 67 of them. When the marksmen are stabbing you and killing everybody that's left, you know that there's a major problem with your fighting force. And so it's very quickly going to come down to only 330 walking dead and 250 of the zombies. It will be the 80 Griffins that went down, but I don't think I could have stopped that anyway. It seemeth me good. This fight has turned out about as good as it could have possibly done so. I have no idea what disease does. Zombies have the disease ability. I have no clue what it does. I don't know. If somebody knows, please let me know. You can flee? So Charnath has fled. But this was the goal, right? Like, that was the goal, was to defeat her? And I can go back? Was she not supposed to flee? Okay, I've got to check something real quick. Okay, and what I was checking there was to see if by Charnath running, if I would have to, like, say that they rehired her, would that go down in the internal triggers of the game as me beating her? Because that has to be what this is, right? Like, it has to be that the final quest guard, we don't know because we haven't stepped on there, but it has to be that we must defeat her. That's the only thing that makes any sense to me. So, because we're planning on that making sense, the worry was, well, if she's run away, does that count as a victory for us? And I couldn't answer the question. Just answer the question. Please don't land. Like, seriously, please don't land. Please don't land. Can't do this to me. Can't do this to me. Oh, thank goodness. So we do have the opportunity. We are going to, we're just going to carry on. And Vokial does run, and as much as he wanted to hug the coast with boats, I think that we're going to find out that our final goal has been met. Even if the enemies took our main castle at this point, we're going to have plenty of time. Quest guard, the souls of the damned who are buried here rise up and attack. How bad can this be? It's not that bad. But since this is going to be the final fight, I am just going to throw this on auto combat. And folks, I do believe that this is going to be the end of this scenario and the end of the Crag hack campaign entirely, which is really, really wonderful. I do love this campaign. This final scenario, I've disparaged it a little bit, and I do apologize for that. But the campaign is so good, and it's one of the classic stories in all of gaming. And so I'm happy to be here at the end of all things with Crag hack, with his 52 attack, 29 defense, 15 spell power, 12 knowledge. And it was not the barbarians who were supporting him. It was, in fact, some Erathian militiamen. And it's going to be 6 of the Archangel are the final troops in his army, along with some marksmen and such. A skeletal figure in a black robe speaks. Charnath has tried to desecrate the cemetery before you. He hides now, and only by defeating him shall I let you pass. Now that you have vanquished Charnath, his sins and yours are absolved. If you wish to pass, I sure do. Folks, that should be it. Let me just crank up the sound a little bit because I got a feeling that we're about to hear from Crag hack in just 1 second. Your troops discover an eerie shrine dedicated to the undead. You bless the shrine, causing the stone shield emblem above the altar to crack. Underneath it is the real shield, which you decide to separate from this unholy place. Plus 3 defense. Congratulations, we have found the shield of the yawning dead and can claim victory. Now, Mr. Hack, what did you get for all of your troubles? What did we learn?
I've been tricked. The thieving wizard took off with the artifacts and didn't give me my gold. When I find Sandro, I'm gonna rip his arms off and shove him down his lying throat.
And that's so cool that the axe is like where Sandro once stood, I'm guessing. Has to be anyway. Folks, so that is the end of the Crag hack campaign. As wise people before me have said, a delayed end can eventually be good, but a rushed end can never be. If you teach a man to fish, if you catch a man to... No, wait. How does the saying go? Hold on. I've got to pull that one up. A rushed game is forever bad. Is that how it goes? The quote is from a game designer. I believe it's from Nintendo, actually. And the idea was that the game would be done when it was done. That's the idea anyway. It was Miyamoto. A delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. And so too is this final scenario here. I know that this has been waiting for a couple of people. And while it is delayed, at least it was good. I gotta tell you, I sat down to do this playthrough. And I wasn't feeling it. I literally got to that very first day, and I did this about a week ago. Sat down to just play this final scenario, and I just realized like I just wasn't there. I just wasn't ready to play it. So I'm grateful that I was able to be on my best behavior, be tip-top for you, because ultimately I think that this is a scenario that if you're not tip-top, you're going to have some major struggles. 291 days, 19 and 10 on the base score. Impossible difficulty, this is going to give us a rank of Chaos Hydra. That is going to go into my top scores, but this is decidedly below Elixir of Life and New Beginning. Birth of Barbarian for Fixfox is there. Hack and Slash is here. Chaos Hydra is the final score. Could have been better, could have been worse. And folks, I'm very happy to say that soon we're going to get to do the Rise of the Necromancer campaign, where we do get to follow the one and only Sandro. This time we are playing as the Necromancer, Sandro, who must fight his way past his old master and several other lords who want the artifacts he carries. Once in Deja, he will make allies and soon rise to the top of the Dejaan hierarchy. But folks, that is going to have to be for another day. In the meantime, look after you, look after your friends, look after your family. My name is Fixfox. I'm so looking forward to this upcoming Sandro campaign. What is in store for us? Where does the story go? Until then, take care of you, your friends, your family, and I'm out. Peace out.